Hi Jake, something you would maybe would benefit because as you pointed, your elbow move is already better. There you go. Yes, it's decent. It gets in front of the right hip. The problem is the sacrum movements, because as you can see, you gain depth in the backswing, which is good, but you lose it completely on the downswing. There's maybe 4 or 5 inches there. So, but on the face-on view, we can definitely see that the sacrum movements are not good. I don't know if this one is an 8 iron or a sand wedge. No, it's an 8 iron. So you load on the right nicely, but on the downswing, there's a continuous left slide. So supposedly you should move maybe left like this, and then do not move or even push back. So this is not happening like this in your swing. It's a continuous slide, and going into impact, the left hip is on top of the left foot. So as you know, it's not a good position to push your hip back and create rotation. So that's something that I would address first, because sacrum movements are really the key to create rotation. We would see it on back view. It would become very obvious that your sacrum keeps moving towards the target, and that's not a good thing. Another thing relative to your club head face, your club face management, as you can see, well, maybe we could see it a little better on the face on, but late in the swing the club face is wide open. As you can see here, it's looking towards us. It should be maybe 20 or 30 degree closed. So even if your rotation is not optimal, there's no way you can drive hold with a club face that's open like this. You have to use some kind of closing club face movements, like right wrist flexion, left wrist extension, or as we already pointed out, the left shoulder performs external rotation. That's also a closing move. I don't see a lot of supination in the left and pronation in the right, so I think that's something that you're not using right now to square the club face. It should be the first thing to use, and wrist flexion and wrist extension, and left shoulder external rotation should be the last one used to square the club face. So yes, as Vinod said, try and strengthen your grip a lot, because the right hand is weak. There's no doubt about this. I think, let's see, a Baba maybe. Baba face on. There you go. Yeah. Try to supinate this right forearm, and flex the right wrist. It will become much less awkward, because I know changing the grip is awful, but if you really perform the wrist and the forearm movements, it gets better, and it should make the club face management way easier, and maybe you won't even have to focus on any other wrist or forearm movements during release. You will be able to just focus on left shoulder behavior, and I will demonstrate how I went through the left shoulder changes in a short clip. Okay, see you soon. Hi Jake. The way I changed this left shoulder behavior was kind of reverse, because people say to lateral bend, keep internal rotation of the shoulder, but if you do that, without proper supination and flexion movements, except maybe very strong grippers. But typically you open the face and then you'll have to fight back and late, and big movements like this could also have a consequence on the shoulder. If everything goes like this rapidly, it can really overpower the ability to retain shoulder internal rotation. So what I did was basically trying to supinate like crazy. I had a weak grip at the time, so I think I was able to reach full range of motion, and from there I think to read it straight, my brain had to save it, but because I was focusing so much on supinating and flexing, I couldn't use it to save it, so I was using the shoulder internal rotation to save it. Felt a bit strange because doing this very early feels like you're steepening the shaft a lot. Feels like the shaft is completely going forward, so it felt like this for a while, but basically exaggerating the movements. I was trying to supinate like crazy, like if I was to flip the club over and then saving it, and the only way to do that is by using internal rotation and abduction. So that's how I managed to reverse my patterns. Don't know if it will be the same for you. I hope so. See you.